Hey everyone, welcome back to Trans Awesome. I'm Hunter M, and this week's topic is how you knew you were trans. So, I guess we'll just jump right in then. The first inkling that I had, or I guess it was more an inkling that I should have had, because it was like a sign that I was trans, but I just didn't even see it that way at the time, was when I was 14, or at least I think I was 14, I might have been 15, I don't really know. Timeline's kind of fuzzy back then, but I'm a big art nerd, if you didn't know. I've always been an art nerd. I was an art nerd back then too, and I don't know how much of this non-art nerds know, but there are these things called art memes, and they're basically just prompts to get you to draw. And they'll be different for each meme, and what you end up drawing is different for each person, obviously. But the idea is to get you thinking, to make you draw something basically. And there was this one going around at the time called the man self meme, and there was another one for the other gender, the femme self meme. And basically the idea was if you were a girl, you would take the man self meme, and if you were a guy, you would take the femme self meme, and you would create a character who was supposed to be what you would be like if you were the opposite gender. And so at the time I thought I was a girl, and so I did the man self meme, and I created a character called Hunter, just because Hunter was my favorite name at the time. It still is my favorite name. And so I started I don't want to say role-playing, that's not the right word, but I sort of started creating a story around him, because I'm also a big comic nerd. I want to write comics for a living, so for me to make up stories surrounding characters that I create is just sort of, it comes naturally to me. It's part of what I want to do. So I just started writing storylines and stuff for this character named Hunter, who is me as a guy. And before long I started sort of pretending to be a guy on the internet, because at this point I still thought that I was a girl. But so for me it was just pretending to be a guy. But over time I sort of realized that Hunter was more me than I was, and that's how this all sort of got the ball rolling, I guess. And then for a long time nothing happened, because I don't know, the whole concept of transgender was just foreign to me. I was a big gay rights supporter even then, and even when I thought I was straight. And so I was always involved in LGBT stuff with my school, or I tried to be. I have a lot of social anxiety, so it was hard for me to really get involved, but I did try. And I was part of the GSA at least, and I was always hearing the acronym LGBT, but I just never really thought about what the T stood for. I never thought about transgenderism at all. It just wasn't even a thing for me. I don't know how to explain the degree to which I did not think about transgender stuff, because it just never came up in my life. So I just never even considered the possibility that I could be trans. It wasn't a thing. Definitely not explaining this well, but I'll just keep going and hope that I'm getting across here. But so anyway, that all changed when I was 16. My GSA went to this thing. I don't even remember what it was called. It was Equality NC or something. It was some LGBT conference type thing. It was held in my hometown, and we the president of my high school's GSA was he was the guy. He's, it's hard to explain. Everyone knows him. He's just the LGBT guy. I'm sorry, not explaining this well, but anyway, he has connections all over the fucking place, and so he got us in really cheap. We had major discounts on the tickets, so we all got in for $15 or something. And so a bunch of us went and did that together, and there were these seminar things, and for each like little segment, you could choose from like a whole bunch of seminars that you wanted to go to. And for me, I have no idea to this day. I do not know why I picked these ones, but like for some reason I just went to all the ones that were related to gender. Like I don't know why, but like even just sitting there picking the ones I was going to go to, I was like, I want to go to the gender related ones. And you know, I've said before that transgenderism, like up until now, was not just it just wasn't something I thought about. So I really I wish I could tell you, but I really have no idea why on earth on that day I just decided to up and go to gender related stuff. But so I did that, and I went to three different seminars, and at two of them, I don't really remember the third one, but at least two of them, the main speaker people were trans people, transgender people. And I think it was actually the last one that I went to on that day, but the speaker was a trans guy. And like throughout this whole day, I hadn't really thought about trans guys. I'd been spoken to by trans women at the seminars, and like somehow the idea got in my head that like only trans women exist, trans men don't. Like I don't know why. I don't know. But anyway, seeing this guy stand up and talk about his life and how he knew he was trans, it just like, I don't know, something just clicked, and I was like, that's me. That's fucking me. Holy shit. What the fuck? And so, I wish I could explain myself. But like, I went home and I Googled everything. I tried to find everything I could about being trans, and it felt so like, I'm so not explaining this well. I just can't explain this, but like, it was really, like I had found a word for me, you know. Listen to me, I have no idea what I'm saying, but like, anyway, that's how I knew I was trans. So yeah, well, this got really long, 7 minutes long. Well, see you next week. This is Hunter M signing off of Trans Awesome. Later.